Good morning, everybody, on this Thursday, December 5th. And a little bit more of an angle, or a different angle today, because I'm usually facing this way for the window to get the sunlight from the window. But it's cloudy because it's starting to snow just a little bit. There was a couple flurries when I walked Nicholas out to the van. 7:35, my software that I use to VPN into my office is updating, so I can't log on to my work stuff yet. I have to wait for that to finish uploading first, or updating first. So, yes, I want to let you have access. Anyway, Thursday, Nicholas was talking to me today about when we were going to go get the Christmas tree, because we've been doing real trees here recently. Pretty much my entire life we had fake trees up until, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe 3 years ago, we put up our fake tree where we normally put our tree over near the TV, and I insisted on getting a small real tree for the entryway downstairs, which is what we ended up doing. And then since then we've just always gotten a real tree, and they've gotten bigger every year, and John was like, you are not getting a tree bigger than 9 feet this year because it's going to be touching the ceiling. Because my hair, I'm so sorry that I'm obsessed with my hair. It drives me nuts. I wish it just looked nice. Anyway, the TV is a little bit bigger. Well, it's a lot bigger. It's 20 inches bigger than the old one was. So it sticks out further. So the tree is going to have to be moved over a little bit. Now, it'll be in front of the back door. I'm not worried about that because right beside the back door in the dining room, there's those double windows. And one of the 2 double windows, the screen broke. Well, my niece actually broke the screen. When she was little, we had the windows open from the bottom instead of the top, and she pushed on the screen and she pushed the screen out. And now it won't, you can't like snap it back in place. It won't snap in place because she like bent it. So it's fine. I'm not worried about it. We hardly ever open the windows anyway because we have air conditioning, central air. So, that window in the dining room has no screen, so if we had to get out of the house quickly, we could just unlock the window and like jump out the window. And we have to unlock the door to get out the door, so it's not big of a difference, and it's like 5 feet away. Anyway, 4 feet away, whatever it is. Long story short, the tree is going to go in front of the back door, and that's where it's been the last couple of years. So I think we're going to go to get that tomorrow night, as long as it's not raining tomorrow. We don't like do cut our own or anything like that. We just go to the tree farms and get them. And then sorry, my install's done, so I can now get logged onto my computer. And then we bring it home and shake it out a little bit on the back porch, and then bring it right in the back door, shut the back door, and set it up. So that's the plan. I think we're going to do it tomorrow night. We might not, though, because with a 9-foot tree, John does need some help, and Neil works 1 to 10 on Friday. So I'd like him to be home, but he switched with somebody, another shift supervisor, wanted Friday off, so he gave her his Saturday, and he's working her Friday. So which that means he gets like all day Saturday off, which is kind of nice. Unless somebody calls off, and then they'll call him, and of course he'll go in because that's just Neil. I was the same way when I was his age. Well, no, I didn't when I was his age because I was pregnant, but before, when I was 19, you know, if I got called, I went. Not when I was that. I shouldn't say that. I was in college, and I was in college away from my job. I worked at TJ Maxx, and I worked in the TJ Maxx on the weekends, where I lived versus where I went to college. And I went to college about 35, 40 minutes. Well, no, it was probably 45 minutes because it's still in the area. It's a state university that I went for my first year of college, and it was about 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, 50 minutes. So I would go home Friday after I got out of classes, work Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, and then go back to school Sunday night. And that's how I did I stayed working while I was in college. But when I was in high school, they'd call me and be like, hey, so-and-so called off, do you want to come in? I'd be like, yeah, absolutely. I'll be there in, 15 minutes. Because where I worked, my TJ Maxx was like 5 minutes from my house, so. Anyway, It's Thursday. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for breakfast. I might try that cereal today. Neil would like to eat some of it, and I said I need to try it before I let you go like hog wild to let you know which flavor I like and don't like. I'm not a big fan of cinnamon cereal, and I bought a box of the cinnamon cereal, so that's probably going to be his to eat. And then I got peanut butter and chocolate, which I figured I'd pour a bag of each into a bowl, because each bag is 100 calories. So if I poured a bag of each into the bowl and had like a chocolate peanut butter breakfast with some almond milk, that would be good. And then what's the other flavor? I forget what the other flavor was. Chocolate, peanut butter, cinnamon. That's gonna bother me. I can't remember what the other flavor was. Let's look that up real quick while my work computer's still booting. And people are selling it on eBay? Like what? Why would you? I mean, it's individually wrapped. Fruity, that's the other flavor. Fruity. I may not like the chocolate peanut butter. I've never been a fan of like chocolate cereal. I'm concerned that the only flavor I might enjoy is the fruity. But that's fine. Neil will eat all the rest of it, to be honest with you. So anyway, I got a puppy here. And I got a puppy over there too. I have got to clean this room. Like seriously, this room is a mess. And the problem is that a lot of stuff just like piles up, and then I like do a big clean out. And I'm due for that, like majorly due for that. I have a box of stuff I need to shred. I've got some garbage here, just like grocery store ads, which I bring up here, go through, and then I like put them down here on the floor, and then I never actually like throw them out. I do have a garbage bag up here, which I probably should just throw them in the garbage bag, but yeah, I have to clean this room. I'm in desperate need of cleaning this room. So that is on the to-do list. Probably, honestly, it's not going to be for another couple months because December is going to fly by. So it's probably not going to be until like January or February by the time I do that. I have President's Day off and I have Martin Luther King Day off. So depending on what Nick's schedule, actually I can look at that because I have his calendar open. January. Okay, so January, he has... Alright, so he has the 17th and the 20th, so he's got Martin Luther King and an extra day. And then he also has President's Day off. Okay, so he doesn't have any extra days off. Or I don't have any days off without him, is what I should say. But he can help me clean. So we'll probably do that in January. Like probably Martin Luther King Day in January is when I'll finally clean that, which is like a month away, but I do have to clean the room. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm gonna get to work. My Outlook's trying to load right now. It's having a hard time, but my Outlook's trying to reload right now. So I will, oh, there it goes. All right, I will see you guys later on today. All right, y'all, so it is 10 till 6 and I just finished my interview, and I'll be honest, it went really well, which means I did not get the job. I know that might sound counterproductive to most people, but I have found with my experience that if I feel like I did a good job in an interview, I don't get the job. And if I feel like I did terrible on the interview, I usually get the job. That's just the way my life and my luck works. So I feel like the interview went really well. I thought the questions were way too easy for my level of position, to be honest with you. And Buttercup standing at the bottom of the stairs staring at me. Hello, baby. I'm coming. Yeah, I thought the questions were way too easy. So, like I said, that means I probably didn't get the job. From my understanding, I actually talked to my boss yesterday afternoon, and I told him I had an interview, and I told him where it was, and he was like, well, you know, good luck. I don't want you to leave, but good luck. And I kind of got a feeling that they already have an idea of who they want to offer the job to. So, that's fine. Like I said yesterday, I don't even know that I really want the job, and I would give it up in a heartbeat if that means John gets his job that he's interviewing for next week. So that's where we're at tonight. It's almost 6 o'clock, but like I said, we need to eat dinner, and Neil didn't do the dishes yet, so it's gonna be hard to sit down and eat dinner because there's dishes on the table. Just like glasses and stuff, drinks. So we're not gonna be able to eat dinner. We're all gonna have to huddle around the stove and eat out of the skillet.
fun.
Does anybody want a 20-year-old? He's technically an adult. He can do whatever the heck he wants. He can leave at any time. So
You invited him to do that.
yeah.
He won't take us up on it.
Anyway, I am going to edit my foundation review tonight. That's first on the list,
That's
and then
not happening.
I am.
No.
Oh, we might go get the tree. Do you want to go get the tree tonight?
We can wait till Saturday.
You want to wait till Saturday?
Unless you're really hard up to get this tree in here.
No, I'm okay with waiting till Saturday.
There you go.
So, so I have plenty of time to work on editing my foundation review, and then I'll edit yesterday's vlog because I'm caught up. One of you guys are watching me here that watched me on Epic Beauty Fail, and you commented, congratulations on Epic Beauty Fail, that I caught up on the vlog, so thank you. I'm very excited about that. So I'm gonna get Neil off of the TV and get him to clean off the table so that we can have dinner. And Nick's gonna come set the table once Neil gets it cleaned off. Neil gets it cleaned off, Nick's gonna come set the table. So anyhow, I'm gonna put the camera down and we're gonna get some dinner, eat up, and then I'll talk to you guys later.
The dinner's already made, babe.
I know, John made dinner already because I was supposed to be done with my interview at 5:30 and it lasted until 5:47. But the questions were so easy. They were just too easy, so I didn't get the job, and that's fine. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Well, y'all, I got the foundation review for Friday edited, and I got yesterday's vlog edited. Yay! So, staying up to date. That's good. I'm probably gonna fall behind at Christmas time when we're traveling, so. But it is 10:11. And my hair is doing some funky stuff tonight. It was like at one point, like this whole section of my hair was like sticking up like that. Can you see that? Like that's literally what it was doing. And I went and looked in the mirror. I'm like, what is going on here? It's crazy. My hair's crazy. Anyhow, I'm ready to go to bed. My teeth hurt. When we were eating dinner, we were eating ground sausage with cauliflower rice. And I was chewing it, and it like, for some reason, it knocked my tooth weird. I don't know if my crown is loose or what, but my one tooth really hurts. I'm afraid I might need to go to the dentist. My dentist isn't open on Fridays, so there's that. So at the very least, I'm gonna have to leave it like all weekend. If it doesn't start feeling better, I can't go to the dentist until Monday, so that's gonna stink. But my interview's over. I was really nervous before it started, and then once it started, I was like, this is easy. Like, yes, totally easy. And I had no problems, like the questions were so easy. Like they said, okay, you have to be a good communicator as a project manager. Give us an example of a situation that you were in where you had to use your communication skills. John's sneaking around behind the camera. Give us the situation, tell us what your role was, tell us how you handled it, and what was the outcome. I'm like, that's like the easiest question in the freaking book. Everybody has conflict. Everybody does. It's like you could easily be like, oh, my mother-in-law and I got in a fight. You know, I've had people do that, by the way. Not their mother-in-laws, but I've had people like tell me personal stories. And I'm like, oh my golly, really? Yeah. But yeah. I thought it was too easy, honestly. There was only one question that I was a little bit... There's only one question that I was like, oh, how do I answer this? And I had to ask a clarifying question on it. And they were like, no, I'm sorry, we're confusing you. And they reiterated the question. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I was able to, you know, like answer the question. But I hope John's interview goes really, really well. This job that I applied for, this interview that I had today, is the same pay, the same office, like literally the same everything, except for the type of work that I will be doing is different. So like, I think I told you guys before, I do like you know how in an office, doors are locked and you scan your like work badge to get into a door. My group is the one who manages those systems. So nothing super exciting. I mean, every office probably across all of the US has these things. In fact, I'm trying to think of every office I've ever been in. There's only ever been one office that I've worked at that didn't have them. Like everywhere else had them. Anyway. And that office had a security guard at the front door checking people's badges when they came in. But everywhere else I've ever worked has had these, door badges. Anyway. This other stuff that this other job is different. It doesn't manage those things. It's still a project manager. And in fact, it's a project manager non-supervisory. So I wouldn't actually be anybody's boss. I would just be like managing projects and stuff. And it's because I asked some questions about it and it sounds like it's strategic planning type work. Like they're looking for someone who's going to do like a 5-year outlook and a rolling 5-year outlook. So every year, update it for the next 5 years, So it's more strategic planning than it is like, well, I mean, it is day-to-day project management, but it's strategic planning project management, if that makes sense. So, yeah. We'll see. I'm more excited about it after doing the interview. I'm more excited about the idea of it after doing the interview. I still don't think I necessarily would like to work for the supervisor. So, there's that. But I pretty much can work for anybody. After a while, it gets old, and after a while, I'm just like, I'm done. But I pretty much can work with anybody. So, anyhow, that's going to be it for today. My ear, I might be talking louder. I don't know. I can't tell. This ear, there's just ringing in it. Like, I can't hear anything out of it. Like, if I close this ear, I, like, can't hear anything. Like, I can hear my own voice, obviously, because you can hear your own voice inside your head, if that makes sense. But this ear is ringing, and I, like, can't hear anything out of that ear right now. So I feel like I'm yelling. But anyway, I get sidetracked way too easily. Today, I am thankful that I got through the interview and that it went as well as I think it did. And like I said, it probably guarantees I'm not getting the job. Because every interview I think I do good at, I don't get. Every interview I think I suck at, I get. So, went really, really smooth, and I don't think I got it. But I felt comfortable in it. And if there's one thing that I personally like to do for myself, is I like have to interview every 2 years or so. Even if I'm not necessarily looking for a job, I need to do interviews so that I keep my interview skills high, like high interviewing skills. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So I keep my interviewing skills well polished. I don't know, whatever.
There you go. That's fine.
Yeah. So you wouldn't think that I can speak well by the way I speak on the vlog. Yeah.
You do.
But I do like to interview at the very least every couple of years just to make sure that I have the opportunity to keep my interview skills up to date, and that I can still interview. So even if they wouldn't offer me the job, which again, like I said, I'm not necessarily like dying for this job, I am thankful for the opportunity to interview, because it does help me in the long run that, the next one, it might be something that I want to do, So anyway, that's going to wrap up the day. I hope today was better than yesterday, and I hope tomorrow will be just a little bit better than today. I hope y'all are having a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.